Hello, friends. Welcome to this channel, Center of Excellence Pharma 4. In today's episode, I'm going to discuss about AI-powered pillars, how these pillars are transforming pharma digital supply chain management. I'm happy to share that today's is 99th episode, which I'm going to share with you. Before doing that, I wanted to give you a brief idea about what is our focus, what is our passion, what we are planning to do. So we have developed a concept, Center of Excellence Pharma 4, with an objective that various emerging technologies which are coming up, like cloud, AI, IoT, blockchain, machine learning, chatbot, and how these technologies can help pharma industry to solve their problems, face their challenges, and help company to achieve Pharma 4. With this objective, we have designed and developed our website, respa.com. We have also designed a course, Smart Manufacturing in Pharma on Udemy platform, which has got 20 modules covering various technologies and various areas into pharma digital supply chain. We have also launched our YouTube channel about 5 years back, and today there are more than 360 videos covering from strategy to the audits and validations. Podcast channel which you are listening has got 98 episodes, and today's is the 99th episode. We have also written the books which is available onto Amazon Kindle as well as paperback. And this book series has got 9 books already. What I suggest and request to all of you is please have a look at this social media digital platform. Share your contacts, your network, give us a feedback, share your thoughts where we can have few more episodes. So let's get it into the details about today's episode. My agenda today is the AI pillars. Now, which are those pillars? I just listed it out. That's a predictive intelligence, demand forecasting, end-to-end visibility and supply chain control towers, intelligent automation and industry 4, predictive maintenance and quality assurance, supply chain security and traceability, measuring success, ROI and performance metrics, and what are the future implications and recommendations. So let's start actually. As I mentioned, the various technologies which are really catching up into AI is machine learning and advanced analytics. What we are really looking and expecting a contribution from AI transformation in predictive intelligence is focusing on to demand forecasting capabilities. As you know, demand forecasting, demand planning is a starting point for the entire digital supply chain management. And today, the demand fluctuations are very much. So, addressing this demand forecasting accurately is the most important challenge. And this is where predictive intelligence can help to cater to all those challenges. And this changes the pharmaceutical companies and whatever the expectations of the market needs and all that. Earlier, we had a traditional forecasting method, which was compiling of historical data and doing some manual analysis, which has got its own limitations. the real-time data was not really captured, or the projections considering the various AI-based algorithms like machine learning was not really applicable. And that was really struggling to have a actual predicting the forecasting or demands and all. Now, when we are really working with AI-powered systems, actually, that incorporates a huge amount of various data sources, which also covers up the historical data, but also consider the real-time actual changes which are really happening into the market. At the same time, predicting those with algorithms based on to artificial intelligence and machine learning is applicable. And this gives a much expected highly accurate demand projection. This also considers the seasonal epidemic and also the regulatory requirements and then the approvals and all that. So this is what is the main advantage of what I mentioned, that AI driven this thing around. Just to share a case study which was also available from the internet, the company has implemented this machine learning algorithm, and this has helped them to analyze the entire enterprise resource planning systems into a much better accurate projections and all that. This improved forecast accuracy has helped company to achieve a 90% levels, and that helped to optimize the inventory level. See, this has got a direct impact onto the inventory levels which you are managing. If you are having a high inventory level, that means you are blocking up money into those assets, and then that gives you an impact onto your profitability. If you have a lower inventory levels and then there is the market expectations are high or requirements are high, then you lose the market also. So this is what is very important. So reducing those stock out and accessing inventory carrying costs is the most important objective of today's digital supply chain management. Now, this is a continuous learning process. So you have to keep track about your AI and ML algorithms, what you develop it, considering the various data patterns which are coming up and all that. And that goes on creating the sophisticated business models and all. And this predicts the demand fluctuations week to week, month to month, and all that actually. So that is what is its most important thing. Now, this real-time market intelligence basically depends upon your deep learning algorithms. And this deep learning algorithms recognizes the complex patterns actually. Because when I say a deep learning goes not just a market requirement, but those requirements are depending upon what factors actually. It could be the seasonal variation based on to festival season. It may be depending upon some diseases which are really happening. It could be the other competitor has launched new products, or it may be the pricing. So these are the deep learning algorithms which you have to really start thinking and go on building it into the algorithm. And this recognizes the complex patterns and surprises the earlier traditional statistical methods. So you have basically, as I mentioned, data sources can be epidemiological trends, healthcare utilization patterns, prescription data, social media, and this gives an impact onto your forecast. So seasonal allergies and flu patterns, so all those things you have to go. So this is where I mentioned it. It has to be a continuous process. You are have to go on capturing the real-time data, go on building up your algorithms accordingly so that you get a better and better forecasting correcting. Then comes your scenario planning and the response or the rapid response onto this thing actually. So integration of the real-time data processing is most important thing, which allows the rapid response of the market changes and supply disruptions also. So your artificial intelligence systems can do the earlier detection of could be a potential shortages or regulatory changes or market disruptions and all. And this is where you have been able to support to the market in a quick time and all this. So automated response also gives a correction to the your suppliers, alternative suppliers, adjusting the production schedule, and then redeploying the inventories and all. So this has got a various impacts on to various other business areas which are going to get integrated with your digital supply chain management. And this is where we have to shift from our earlier algorithm or of analog systems to the digital system. So it has to shift from the reactive to predictive management and all that. So that is what is the focus which we have to keep it in mind actually. Another area which I wanted to discuss over here is about digital twins and IoT integration. So when we are looking at it of AI reshaping the digital supply chain operation, we have to also keep how we can pick up and get a real-time data about the drug shortage, about the counterfeit medications, and how it will also support to the regulatory requirements and all. So digital twin and IoT integration, these are another two technologies which are now available, and these are also contributing. Digital twins is the virtual creation about what is really happening at the shop floor or at a manufacturing level. So it can also predict any disruptions which are really going to happen or expected or something like that, and can suggest it to you what necessary corrective action which you can take it out. IoT integration will help to capture the real-time data about the process parameters and all that. Once you are sure that your process parameters are being maintained into as per the standards requirements and all that, you are assured about the good product quality. So there is no rework or something like that. At the same time, your expected optimizations of the output is also assured and all. So this is where the digital evolution is really coming up. So implementing AI-covered technologies will help you to build creating the resilient and agile, flexible supply chains and all, with a maintaining quality and the safety records and all. Another discussions which I wanted to share with you is about the cold chain monitoring, because we are really looking for the complete digital supply chain management. We are going to deliver the quality products to our patient, to our customers and all. So this is where AI is also going to contribute of reshaping the supply chain operation. And there are long-lasting challenges about maintaining the quality of the product during the logistic distributions and all the other things. So there are challenges about drug shortage, counterfeit medications, regulatory compliances, that temperature and process parameters maintained during the transportations and all are also taken into considerations, and with the AI powered things and all this. This is where the implementations of AI can really take into consideration about the various pillars, which I mentioned into our earlier slides also, and it has to reduce the market disruptions and all that actually. So there is another case study which I wanted to share with you is that how AI-powered uh, visibility solution can help. So when transporting the products or the drugs, the cold chain monitoring is becomes important, where the storage requirements are there, your process parameters of like temperature, other operating conditions are also there. And this IoT and digital twins can really help along with the blockchain, that your advanced analytics platforms can also capture this data from the sensor, store into the cloud, and this is shared with all storage facilities into warehouses, and then during the transportation vehicles and all. In case if there are any changes are taking place or any disruptions are happening, it automatically alerts are generated and then the corrective actions are taken up and all of that. So this is where you assure patient that you deliver the quality product at a good storage conditions and at the right time and right cost actually. Another AI thing is really going to support is the robotic process automations and computer vision. So intelligent automation technologies are also going to play, which are also get supported with AI capabilities, and this creates a adaptive manufacturing and distribution system. So we are really looking from the manufacturing system, warehousing system, distribution system to get everything integrated and all. And this goes on compiling the entire operational data and adopts the behavior, what is really happening during the entire digital supply chain management. And this supports your pharma for manufacturing environment. So AI is also getting integrated with your, as I mentioned earlier, it's a manufacturing system, distribution system, logistics systems, and all. And everywhere it goes on optimizing the process uh, resources which are going to get it consumed actually, and maintain the quality along with your regulatory requirements, documentation, and all. Computer vision also plays an important role into your pharma packaging and quality control processes, which also revolutionizes it actually. Another technology getting integrated with AI is natural language processing and regulatory compliances. This streamlines the regulatory compliances. This has various regulatory documents, clinical trials reports, quality management system. Now, this could be the into a documentation form. It could be into the paper formats, and this key information, whether it is a structured or unstructured format, all those documents they work along with the natural language processing, and this goes on compliance requirements, and this also flags the potential issues which may come up either with the quality parameter or process quantities or something like that. And this helps to reduce the time and improving the accuracy of the data which is going to get captured. So it helps to reduce the time into manual entries into the documentation, and then when you're submitting all those documents to your corporates or your partners or maybe to the regulatory authorities, and where it was earlier taking the months together, now this becomes a complete online systems, and this reduces the time from months to weeks, and not only that, but reduces the errors. It improves the accuracy and consistency and all that. The integration this with the regulatory intelligence systems is a very important benefit, and that helps you to update the compliance procedures with the guidance from the FDA announcements and international standards and all. So that's a good add-on benefits. So sensor analytics and pattern recognition, this is again is a tool where AI is really going to contribute in. So the integration of AI and sensors, as I discussed earlier, that IoT is really going to help to capture the data directly from the sensors analytics, and then the patterns based on to it could be either a temperature, pressures, or output quantities or something like that. This along with your predictive maintenance. When I say temperature, pressures and all, if they are going out the limits and all, the predictive maintenance systems come into the picture. They advise you to do the necessary rectification. So equipment performance data is taken into consideration. And if that is going to affect or impact onto your forecast failure, it will give you the necessary indication. So this is where again I mentioned that utilizing the sensors monitoring about the vibration, temperatures, and or what electric currents or something can really help. And that earlier traditional maintenance approaches, which were there to schedule the preventive maintenance after a specific time period or number of running hours or something like that, that is also going to get changed. So we are now working about AI-driven, AI-powered predictive maintenance, not just a time-based maintenance and all. And this reduces the unplanned downtime, reduces the maintenance schedule, optimizes the maintenance frequencies and all, and minimum the production disruptions and all. So there are also case studies are available. Those companies who have implemented this, their unplanned downtimes are also coming down and all that. So benefits are there. Then we have to also consider the anomaly detection and quality management. When we are really applying the artificial intelligence into the manufacturing processes in the continuity, we have to identify those deviation as I mentioned earlier. You have a normal operating parameters and all that. And earlier it was on a historical data which is based on to the baseline performance pattern. Now when you are really looking with a AI-driven data uh, captured into a real-time basis, this can indicate to you what could be the emerging quality issues about the process parameters or maybe the product quality parameters, or this can get identified earlier, and then that can help you to implement the corrective actions and all. This helps you to enhance your quality management system. So ensuring the consistent product quality helps you to improve your uh, customer, that is the patient's satisfaction, patient credibility and all. And this reduces the wastage and the rework also. This is where again the digital twin simulations can help you to optimize the operating conditions and all. The blockchain and AI integration is also a very important tool which is also going to help you into your digitization. So supply chain today requires security enhancements and all that. So blockchain technology along with the AI-powered authentication system can get integrated, and that will do a creation of immutable records of the drug movements. When the drugs are moving from the issue about the raw materials, various manufacturing process stages, then packing, then warehouse, then going to the distribution, logistic, and finally reach it. See, this entire blockchain can be tracked it out for the for the product, for the batch, and all that. And this is where the threat which is was into the market about the counterfeit drugs has been reduced. It is now coming to almost zero and all that. And this is again based on to the AI algorithm about the authentication. That is, who is the person responsible at that particular process locations and all that. Was he authorized to do that? So your AI algorithms gets integrated with all those checks and all, and assures almost 99.9% accuracy with spectral signature, packaging, characteristics, and other uh, attributes and all that. So this also helps in generating those records, maintaining the documentation and all. Now, when we are talking about the blockchain, blockchain has got a add-on facility like smart contracts and cryptographic validations and all. So when we are looking for the automation and compliance verification, smart contracts plays a very important role, not only from the regulatory points from that, but also from the transactions point of view. like transactions, it automatically verifies the storage conditions, handling procedures, documentation, and including the payments and all this other things. So verification at each and every stage about the entire digital supply chain is getting integrated, and that ensures the standards, when you are proceeding from the entire digital supply chain management. And alerts and distribution control is also a part of it actually. This related to triggering the alerts to the relevant stakeholders and all that. So coming to quantifiable benefits about these various five pillars which I discussed during this entire episode are helping significantly improvements into the operational efficiency, and then that again directly reduces the cost because the cost of entire processing has been reduced. So, a pharma company in collaboration with IBM Watson has said that 80 to 90% reduction in the computational time has been achieved actually. And this has when it has been focused on to AI implementation. The changeover durations and all also been reduced by 20%, and manufacturing cost, I'm talking about the manufacturing cost, that's the process cost and all, has also been reduced by 26%. So when you move from the technologies along with an AI implementation, you also get an improvements into your labor productivity and reductions into the manufacturing cost. So we have to think about the long-term strategy about value creation. As we know that we are really now looking for the two things. One is the agility, that is the flexibility into uh, planning changes or the support to the market requirements and all. And second is the important thing is the risk mitigation, because pharma, we have a lot of sensitive data, regulatory data, so which is a very sensitive data. So we have to have these two things, keep it in mind. What has been observed during the COVID pandemic is that various challenges that come up and all, and this is where digitally matured companies now are moving to have two benefits. One into the complexities of the digital supply chain management along with the regulatory requirements and all that. So those both the things are really getting achieved with this AI as well as the digital tools or digital technologies and all. This also helps in improving the collaborations and efficiency. This real-time data gets shared with all the stakeholders. They could be marketing teams, your distributor, they could be procurement from your suppliers, or they could be your contract manufacturer, or maybe your own manufacturing setups and all that sort of a thing. With sharing the real-time data also helps in a better planning, better efficiencies, and supporting the regulatory documentation. So we have to plan from the long-term point of view how we can invest into all these AI-based systems, and for a personalized medicines or gene therapies, which is going to be the future. And it will be a value creation for both uh, as manufacturer as well as the customers also. So scaling up of AI across the pharma industry is the most important thing. So my focus during this episode is that which are the factors, which are the technologies which are available, how we should really plan it out, and how we should scale up all that. That is what is my objective. So we have to have AI-powered pillars, know how they are going to reshape the competitiveness into the market, the dynamics, operational standards, and which will also improve the efficiency, quality, and the patient support system. This establishes the intelligence with a center of excellence. We have a concept of center of excellence, which is going to coordinate all these with AI adoption, standardize the data practices, and promote the cross-functional collaboration. Again, I'm coming to that. The cross-functional is the various stakeholders, how they will have that collaboration about the data sharing, data-driven decision makings, and all. And then advancing the AI technology as you go moving from the adoption of the certain data, no, like what I mentioned about AI, digital twin, IoT, blockchains, and all, how they go on moving in a continuous way. As you go on adopting it, you will find a lot of areas of further improvements and innovations and all. And this is where you can go on prioritizing the investment, which is what is the benefit will be there. So coming to the conclusion, this is a strategic decision for the implementation of AI-powered systems and all. So this again, I want to remind you about the points which we discussed about the predictive intelligence, end-to-end visibility, intelligent automation, predictive maintenance, and finally the cyber security or supply chain security. So these are the benefits which you have to really keep it in mind, and based on to that you have to plan it out your AI investments. So with this actually I want to again just remind you a lot of these details are also discussed onto our various other platforms also. Do look at them also. In case if you find any help, do write to us. Our team is ready to share their experiences with you. Thank you. Bye.